Bachelorette Jenn Tran takes big step, becomes foster mom. May 26, 2025. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bachelor Nation News fans. Bachelorette star Jenn Tran returned to school after competing on season 33 of Dancing with the Stars. Now, she shared a huge announcement on social media. She revealed that she's a foster mom. Stay on this page to see her adorable new family member. Bachelorette Jenn Tran becomes foster mom. A few days ago, Jenn Tran teased that she was keeping a secret from her followers, but now the cat's out of the bag. Literally, she revealed on social media that she's a foster mom. The reality star is fostering an adorable kitten for a few weeks. If it works out, she's considering adopting the kitty. According to the Bachelorette star, she's fostered cats in the past, but she hasn't had any feline friends for over a year due to her busy schedule. One potential problem is standing in the way. Jenn Tran is slightly allergic to cats. She said that her allergies are acting up already, but she hopes that being around the kitten will desensitize her allergies. She asks for help. During the video announcement, Jenn Tran tried to introduce her new kitten, but the cat was camera shy. The female kitten also doesn't have a name yet. The former Bachelorette star asked fans for name suggestions. Check out a few of the suggestions. Cleo or Chloe, Nala, Luna. I like Cashmere because she is soft and luxurious. She also posted a poll on Instagram story with several name options. The names she gave in the poll were Sapphire, Mochi, Tofu, Milky Way, Rumba, Lavender Haze, and Mango. At Jenn Tran's, cat's out of the bag. Original sound, Jenn Tran, her boyfriend, Sasha Farber, suggested that she name the cat after him. The couple met when they were paired as dance partners on the last season of Dancing with the Stars. Their relationship is long distance now that she returned to school to complete her physician's assistant degree. Surprising backlash. Fostering animals is generally considered a kind and unselfish act, but some Bachelor Nation fans were put off by Jenn Tran fostering a cat. One fan brought up a friend of Jenn's former roommate, claiming that she mistreated foster cats in the past, but others chalked those claims up to clout-seeking rumors. Another questioned how much attention the reality star has to give to the kitten with school, social media influencing, and traveling to Los Angeles to spend time with Sasha. So she's in PA school where she's working shifts, has to study, and she's doing the influencer thing while dating someone in LA. I'm sorry, but it doesn't seem like she has enough time for a cat, especially not a single kitten, the hater wrote. According to the National Kitten Coalition, single kitten syndrome can lead to clingy or aggressive behavior. While not officially recognized by cat experts, two cats supposedly ease each other's loneliness. So if you need an excuse to get another cat, there you go. While there was some backlash, the majority of Bachelor Nation fans welcomed Jenn to the Cat Mom Club. What would you name the adorable kitten?
Bachelorette
Sound
Jenn
off in the
Tran
comments.
takes
Big step, becomes foster mom. This isn't just about me anymore. When Bachelorette fans last saw Jenn Tran, she was handing out roses and navigating the chaotic, emotionally charged world of televised love. Now, she's swapping red carpets for diaper bags and hearts for healing. In a move absolutely no one saw coming, Jenn Tran has become a foster mom, and the internet is collectively gasping. Is this a PR stunt? A sudden life crisis? Or has Jenn truly found her calling beyond the glitz and glam of reality TV? The real story will break your heart and rebuild it again. Chapter 1. The Instagram post that shook Bachelor Nation. It started with a soft focus photo. Jenn Tran, makeup-free in a cozy oversized hoodie, cradling a sleeping toddler on her chest. The caption? This past month has changed my life in the most profound way. I've become a foster mom, and I'm finally ready to share that with you all. Overnight, the post exploded with likes, shares, and comments. Fans were stunned. Jenn Tran, the fun-loving, flirty bachelorette who joked about never being ready for kids until 40. What changed? Bachelor alums, from Charity Lawson to Michelle Young, flooded the comment section with words of encouragement. But behind the scenes, sources say even Bachelor producers were caught off guard. They had no idea what Jenn had been planning. This isn't a storyline. A close friend told us, this is her real life. Chapter 2. The breakup that became a wake-up call. Jenn may have left The Bachelorette with a proposal, but she didn't get her happily ever after. By the time after the final rose aired, fans could sense tension between her and her final pick, software engineer Liam Carter. A few cryptic TikToks later, it was confirmed Jenn and Liam were done. She was devastated, the insider revealed. But instead of wallowing, she redirected her pain. Jenn reportedly spent the weeks following the breakup reevaluating everything, from her career to her values. I had to ask myself, who am I without the cameras? Without a relationship, what actually makes me feel fulfilled? Jenn later shared in an interview. The answer surprised even her, giving a child in need a home. Chapter 3. From Pediatric Student to Parent. Fans may remember that Jenn was a physician assistant student before rising to fame. Her specialty? Pediatrics. I've always loved kids, Jenn said. Even on my worst days in clinicals, being around children reminded me why I wanted to help people. After her time on The Bachelorette, she initially returned to work part-time at a children's clinic. But what she witnessed there stayed with her. I saw so many children slipping through the cracks, kids who needed stability, not just medicine. I couldn't stop thinking about them after hours. And then Jenn met Isla, a 2-year-old with big brown eyes and a tragic backstory. She came in for a routine checkup, but I could tell something was off, Jenn shared in a tearful podcast episode. She clung to me like I was the first safe person she'd met in months. That day became the first of many. Jenn began volunteering with the local foster agency. Within weeks, she completed emergency foster parent training. Within 3 months, Isla was living with her. Chapter 4. I was terrified and determined. Becoming a foster mom wasn't glamorous. Jenn was honest about the learning curve. I had no idea what I was doing. I cried on the kitchen floor the first night Isla woke up screaming, she admitted. But then I looked into her eyes, and I realized this isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. Jenn hired a parenting coach. She read every trauma-informed care book she could find, and she leaned heavily on other foster moms in her community. I've never felt more exhausted, but I've also never felt more alive. While Isla's case remains confidential, sources confirm she came from a neglectful home environment. At just 2, she was already nonverbal and experiencing sensory issues. Jenn enrolled her in early intervention therapy and even turned her guest bedroom into a mini Montessori playroom. She's blossoming, Jenn said recently. She says, "Mama now. I cry every time." Chapter 5. Fans react. She's the real role model. Bachelor Nation can be critical, but in this case, they rallied hard for Jenn. Twitter, or X now, erupted with praise. Jenn Tran didn't just break the mold, she burned it down and built something better. Foster mom? She's a queen. The Bachelorette producers better be taking notes. This is what a heroine looks like. More women like Jenn, less drama, more real-life bravery. Even jaded fans who rolled their eyes at The Bachelorette found themselves rooting for her again. One viral Reddit post titled "Jenn Tran is saving the franchise from within" got over 20,000 upvotes. But Jenn didn't do this for the headlines. In fact, she scaled back her social media dramatically. "I'm not trying to be anyone's savior," she said. "I'm just trying to show up for her." Chapter 6. Hollywood comes calling, and Jenn says no. It didn't take long for Netflix, Hulu, and even the Bachelor franchise to come calling. Everyone wanted to document Jenn's new chapter. One producer allegedly pitched a show titled From Roses to Rattles, Jenn's Journey. Jenn turned it down. "I don't want cameras in Isla's face. She deserves a normal childhood, not one curated for ratings." She's not entirely stepping away from media, though. Jenn is working on a memoir, tentatively titled Fostered: What I Found When I Stopped Looking for Love. She's also collaborating with foster care reform advocates to lobby for changes in the system. "Being a foster parent has opened my eyes. The system is broken, and children are the ones paying the price." Chapter 7. Bachelor alums speak out and reveal their own secrets. Jenn's decision has sparked a ripple effect. Former bachelorettes like Tayshia Adams and Rachel Lindsay have publicly supported her and revealed they've also considered foster care. "I talked to Jenn for 2 hours about it," Tayshia told People. "She made me realize how much impact one person can have." Some Bachelor contestants have even begun organizing fundraisers for foster care nonprofits. But not everyone is on board. An anonymous former contestant told Us Weekly, "It feels performative. Like, why go public at all?" Jenn didn't respond to the shade, but she didn't have to. Her actions speak louder than any confessionals ever could. Chapter 8. A letter from Isla's biological mom. In a twist no one saw coming, Jenn recently received a letter from Isla's biological mother, who remains in rehab and is reportedly seeking reunification. The letter was included in Isla's case file. Jenn shared part of it, with permission, in a tearful podcast episode. "Thank you for giving her what I couldn't. You're not her mom forever, but you're her angel for right now." Jenn broke down in tears while reading it aloud. "Foster care isn't about replacing parents," she said. "It's about loving kids in the gap and hoping, praying, the system gives them the best shot." Whether Isla will be reunified or adopted is still unknown, but Jenn has made peace with the uncertainty. This isn't about possession, it's about presence. Chapter 9. The new love in Jenn's life, and it's not who you think. No, she's not dating anyone, romantically, but Jenn has fallen in love with her newfound purpose. She's become a mentor to other young Asian American women considering foster care. She's even started a nonprofit called The Rose Project, which pairs former Bachelor stars with local community initiatives. "Love didn't look like I expected, but it showed up anyway," she said in a recent keynote speech. Jenn also teased a new podcast focused entirely on modern motherhood, trauma healing, and second chances. The first episode, titled Choosing Isla, and fans are already flooding her page with anticipation. Chapter 10. What's next for Jenn Tran? So, is the Bachelorette behind her for good? "I think I've had my fair share of roses," she laughed on a recent panel. But never say never, life is unpredictable. That said, her focus now is Isla and the thousands of children like her. "Being a Bachelorette was fun," she said. "But being a foster mom, that's where I found real love." Bachelor Nation may thrive on drama, but Jenn's quiet courage is stealing the show, one bedtime story, one therapy session, one healing moment at a time. And if this is the next era of Bachelor stars, we're all in. Final thought. Jenn Tran didn't just chase love on national TV. She became the kind of love this world so desperately needs. And maybe, just maybe, the Bachelorette led her right where she was meant to be all along.